Hello, Huntington. Hey, this is Steve. Thought I'd put out another video. Um, I thought maybe I'd try something different on this video, maybe get some more people's attention or whatever, or just kind of share with you the facts that are going on. So what I decided we'd do today is um, there's been some inquiries for me to actually provide some documentation to other sources, and most of them are out of Houston or some out of Tyler and places like that. So it's kind of difficult for them to get down here and do get some kind of lay of the land, I guess is what I'm saying. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go and take a little tour of Huntington. And while we're going through Huntington, what I'm going to do is explain to you a little bit of what we're seeing and what I have done or what I have posted to you to show you what I'm talking about, not just hear it. Because sometimes, you read stuff, you're like, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Well, this way I'm going to try to explain what I'm talking about. Bear with me just a second. I want to show you here. I'm not good at this, guy. But anyway, I leave my house. And what I have here is, I don't know if you can see or not. Anyway, this is my 1851 um, Navy Confederate Colt. Now, you kind of say, well, what's it's a handgun, it's a gun. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you'll check under Texas Penal Code 40.06, it's going to identify that a cap and ball of black and powder um, device or it's considered an antique, and it's a curiosity type of revolver. So in other words, it's not labeled a firearm. It's not labeled a handgun. It's not. So in other words, basically what they tell you is it's not considered a gun anyway, and that you're not subject to open carry laws or thing of this nature. So that's what I carry because I know I'm legal. I don't know if you guys like to carry weapons or not, but um, for those of you do that can't keep up with the laws and stuff, it's so hard. You get pulled over and you're like, I don't know if I'm breaking the law or not. I really don't know. So with this, you can carry it anywhere you want to. And you can't get in trouble. The cops will stop me, and then when I explained it to them, they pretty much understand it. Only thing is, the same rules apply. That I apply the same rules. I don't take it into government buildings. I don't take it into the library or any public or governmental buildings because out of respect. I mean, I don't want to scare these people to death, but I do carry it. I do carry it on my person. It offers me a sense of security. And plus, too, you know what? It's nice to have so some people can say, well, what kind of weapon is that? It's got a brass handle. You can tell it's it's Navy Confederate because it's got the brass handle and all that. So it's really a collector's item, but I like to carry it. It shoots good. It's 44 caliber. It shoots pretty good. But anyway, much for that. So we're going to go and we're going to see how this. Yeah, I like a little George Jones there a little bit. I guess you guys can tell that or not. Anyway, what we're going to do is I'm going to share this. We're going to go into town and I'm just going to share you with you, kind of sort of what I'm seeing, and give you some heads up on what I'm seeing, and basically give you something to talk about because it's going to be Sunday tomorrow. And when y'all get finished church, I'll come home. Well, let's go talk about that a little bit. I know everybody is. I know everybody in small towns on Sunday. You got to come home and talk about something. Politics normally just comes up. So what I'm gonna try to do here is I'm gonna go ahead and just put the camera up here, and we're gonna take a little cruise here. Now, if the cops stop me, okay, y'all gonna have to the ticket. Now, this is my yard here. This is 1266 South Gibson Street. That's where I live here. Me and my wife bought it from I believe it was Miss, I don't even remember her name, Miss Everly, I believe it was. I may get that wrong or whatever, but anyway, we bought this property here, and she sold it because she was getting older in her age, and and basically, I'm making sure I get off. She's got a little bit older in her age, and she wanted to actually get where the folks down in Houston where they could actually take a look at it. So now we're going to be right here where the schoolhouse goes here. And now if you'll notice over here, the load limit is 28,000 and the speed limit is 25 miles an hour here. If you'll notice that, I'm making sure y'all can see. I have to glare pretty bad and I can't really see. But anyway, right over here, I'm looking right now. Oh, because I got it. Anyway, right here is they've got the speed limit sign here, and right here, if you'll notice, it is 25, and low limit is 25, speed limit is 25, and then it's got a slow school crossing sign, which has been up banged up, and but that's the only school crossing sign we have on this street on Gibson. Um, Basically, we'll go by it anyway. It's the only school warning that we have on Gibson. Now, if you'll notice over at the administration building, where there's really not any schoolhouse kids running around there over there, they've got a big, nice electric sign or whatever. And But they should have one of those over here too. You notice that the roads are pretty good here. I don't know if I should put it in. Roads are pretty good here. I think they did some revamping on this. I can't remember exactly what years, but anyway, they did come through and they did do some stuff here. They actually dug a ditch over here. You can probably see where it helped out the irrigation of this level, because the fact is, if you'll notice, we don't have any ditches really dug or maintained on the easement. They can come in and do whatever they want to. Now, this right here is the ditch they dug. I don't know if you can see it or not, but anyway, the ditch they dug. And this all used to be right here. This all used to be flooded when it would get a pretty good rain. It'd flood all the way out. And, of course, here we go through the school. And they keep it, schoolhouse, and they keep it nice. And, I always mow the yard, and it looks nice. Schoolhouse right here looks nice. And then they come out here and practice football right up here. I'm going to make sure I'm getting this all over for you, whatever. Anyway, they come up and practice football right here. They got a little practice field here they go out to and come out here and practice. But when I feel for them boys too, when it's up, if it's hot like this right now, man, I'm like, dang, you know what? I'm gonna be in house with soda water. So anyway, and on the other side, neighbors, we really keep the property pretty good. Or they do mowed and the whole 9 yards. And if you can see here, we got some pretty big property here to mow all around here. So generally we keep it. Everybody's pretty good about keeping their yards and everything going. Now this is what I want to bring up. If I'm moving around the camera, I'm sorry, but here's what I want to bring up right here. I want to make sure I got this. Okay, now see that sign there? That sign right there is the Huntington High School sign. Okay, have you seen? Do you see that right there? Now, I've been here almost 5 years now, and that sign never changes. And on that sign, it's always a great day to be a Red Devil. Every day. Okay? Great day to be a Red Devil. I know that because every morning when I get up. This house here, I believe this was for sale not too long ago. And this is right here on Gibson as well. They had a for sale sign. It's right across from the school. They had a for sale sign on it, and somebody used to work at the school with the police or something. But anyway, they put it for sale, and they couldn't sell it. So what happens is they just end up moving out, and they haven't found a renter for it yet. So that's a nice house that's vacant here in the area. Some of the some of my neighbors down here looking or whatever. Now, well, there's a schoolhouse, whatever. Now, people are saying, I'm going to point out some things too, because the city council has been saying we ain't got no land here. Well, see, this land right here, it don't really belong to nobody. And I mean, we could put some kind of use to this land. I mean, I'm sure you get it at a good price. So I don't really believe the issue is that we don't have land. I just think it's the issue that we don't want to pay what they're asking for, or it's not a good spot for the city council. Now, as we go down this road, if you look up right here, there is another school sign here. I'm hoping I'm getting it here. Okay. Well, it's not even a school sign. What it is, it's a speed limit sign. I hope it gets in here. It's a speed limit sign, and it's kind of, you barely see it because it's got all them weeds and everything on there. Can y'all see that? Well, anyway, it don't have a school crossing sign on there. The school don't identify the schools on this side. So, wow. And you're supposed to have that. I mean, the state requires you to have that. So, like I said, I'm going down, like I said, all from this right-hand side over here. It's going towards 69. There is land available. Okay, there is land here, all the way down this street here. And actually, you could actually turn it into a nice little area here, right off of Gibson. Before you get to the red light, if we get a little advertising or something, I'm sure that I'm not getting everything okay. But anyway, I'm sorry. I tried to go looking out my window. I got my windows up today, that way, because they ain't dirty, whatever. Somebody asked me one time, you ever going to wash this truck? And I said, man, I live in East Texas, man. You know what? It's gonna get dirty sooner or later. So there's some of my neighbors down here, and yeah, this is going on Gibson, on Gibson towards 69. Once again, there's our New Life Pentecostal church right there. They draw in a pretty good crowd on Sundays, and they have some things going on. Also, during the week for the kids and stuff. Now, here's what I want to talk about, and I'm gonna pull this over right here, and we're gonna pull over right here. Because see, this area right here, now guys, this area right here, I don't know if y'all remember what it was, but what it was, we had a bunch of rental properties. We had a bunch of those trailer houses sitting up in there, and whoever owned the place and the people who lived in there, they didn't really keep those up. So I'm thinking that the city came in. I don't know this for sure, but they came in and made them clean this up. Now all this property, okay, is very close to 69, and all this property, as you can say, if you see, is full of utilities go right through here. I mean, I'm sure the water goes through here too. Yeah, there's a water pipe right over there. It goes right over here. So all this is. I don't make sure I'm getting everything. All this land right here is open. I mean, I don't know if it's for sale or not, but I mean, if we really need land that bad, I think maybe we might want to check this out because, like I said, it is close to middle snake and non snake. But anyway, this is property that we could actually utilize. It's actually, you can actually come through here, and there's an actual road back here that you can go through, and it goes all the way back to some houses over there. So it is travelable. They've got some things here. People don't want to come. People put stuff in the middle of the road, so they don't want people sneaking up on their house and stuff. And I don't blame them because I'm sure that none of this property here is really patrolled too much by our police department. It ain't close to 69, so I'm pretty sure that they ain't over here writing speed tickets or whatever. So, but anyway, this is a lot of property. I hope I got to see it. Y'all got to see a portion of it and kind of see where it's at. Bump. But yeah, so this is land we could probably actually look at and look into purchasing, for the better of the city. And like I said, we've got some really nice people who keep up their yards. Some people have a little bit older houses here, but for the general most part, they keep up with them, and it's not any nuisance. And they're a little older, and hey, they can't get out and fix their house up as much as usual. But they tell you, So then we got some more property over here. I don't know who owns these properties here, but making sure I don't see it. This property over here goes up where Red used to be, right over here. And then see, here's what I get. All this property back up over here, and I'll stop so you guys can see. I know it's not a very good video, but anyway, we're gonna pull in here to used to be Reds right here. I hope you guys can see that. It used to be Reds right here. And I like to eat here. I used to love to eat here, man. Right here at Reds. See how it's nice. It's nice parking lot. I mean, it's not a paid parking lot, but you can tell they take care of it. Take care of it, and they had asphalt there on it, whatever. So you can ride through here. It's a little nice place to go. And boy, I really liked it. And plus, it's in a good location, I thought. But going to find out, I couldn't make a living here in Huntington. And a lot of people in Huntington, to be honest with you, they count on a lot of their income or their profits come from people who are living in the town. This little house here, I don't know what to do, to tell you about those houses. I think maybe, you might want to come in there and tell them, kind of clean this shit up or whatever, maybe mow it or whatever. But now, here we go with the roads. I don't know if you got to see it back here, but see, y'all can tell right now that I'm riding on bumps and whatnot. Look at this hole over here. I don't know if you can see this hole over here. I think it's run over, but anyway, there's a hole over here. I'm gonna tell you what, that son of a gun goes to. Probably them boys are trying to leak from China. They probably go over in there. So anyway, let's give you a good shot of the road. We got pretty bad roads here, and then the thing about it is, see these holes that they haven't patched these holes. So the thing about it is that y'all know what I do is that once it comes start raining through here, then these holes are going to multiply by 20 probably. But that's what we deal with there. And like I said, these roads here, these roads that I'm showing you right here are the roads that our kids go down. There was a speed limit of 25 miles an hour. But anyway, these are the type of roads that our children have to go down there on. Don't look too safe to me. I mean, I don't want my child bouncing out of the seat. This here is the Highway Missionary Baptist Church. Um, they fill up pretty good too. I'm sure they got some good preaching going on up there. But I'm gonna try me another church tomorrow. So maybe hit me up over here on Facebook, tell me about it. I'm gonna go by there tomorrow, go do a little visiting. And like I said, it's on. Well, we're getting close to 69, and we're coming on in. If you'll notice, the roads are really good on 69. You know, and ain't that something? Huh? Now up here, now if you see right all the way back there, okay, we don't have any land. Well, I don't know what all that is between here, just the shopping mall and mobile station. And oh dang, there's another hole. See, I'm telling you, man, I don't even have to put it on. I don't even have to put it on the thing. But all these people are ducking down saying, "I'm on TV, somebody filming me." So anyway, if you notice that land right over there, I mean, there ain't nobody over there that's well, old Pop's Polly there, he forgot. Anyway, that land right there. Okay, we'll go over a minute. Anyway, yes, and I park in at the handicap parking lot here at the mobile station. It's operated by Huntington Food Mart. That's what they actually call themselves. I'm gonna run in here real quick, and I'm gonna let y'all just take a breath, and y'all go get you something cold to drink, some tea or something. I'm gonna go in there and get me a soda water, and I'll be right back. If I don't pull everything off. Hey, sorry about that, y'all. I know how y'all know who it is, man. It's hot out here. Dang, I had to get something to drink. It's hot and humid. Uh, Everybody's thinking I'm a zip zap fool here, riding around on a camera, filming everybody. Heck, you never know, man. I may make somebody a movie star. They might be on an American Idol or something. Yep, gotta buckle up safety. Um, anyway, this is the operating Huntington Food Mart. I think we all generally go by the name of the mobile station. I believe everybody calls it the mobile station. Um, now, this here at the station, I might as well go ahead and film here. This here at the station here, you can get a copy of the local newspaper. Of course, they're free, but they're one of the few places that I see that actually have it or keep it. There's little boots right over here. Everybody knows what I'm talking about here now. There's Chevron Station. Of course, there's Brookshire's. Now, I heard some good things about Brookshire's too, guys. They got a new manager in there, and my wife used to go to Lufkin for everything. And she said she's been going to Brookshire's now, and they've got a better selection. And he brought in some good stuff, brought in better meat, I guess it was, and things of that. And right down there, we got Little Boots. I talked about them. But the things I wanted to bring up is if you notice, right there where the pumps are, they've got a bunch of poles over there. I don't know what they put them poles over there for, but what used to happen, my hand's shaking, I'm sorry, I'm nervous, I don't know. But what used to happen was the people come in, big boys come in and fill up their boats, and then they'd go around and they'd park right there where those poles were to get out of the way. But now they're having a problem negotiating that turn. So Chevron has pretty much lost a little business because of that, because you know as well as I do, everybody's got a boat out here that you want to go and um, get in and out as quick as you can, but you also want to have to be able to find a good place to get out back on the road again, and plus you just want to have a place to stop too where you can get you some munchies or some stuff like that, you know. There's the welcome home HSB right up there. I know I'm just in a truck showing y'all shit. Anyway, um, but this is our red light here, and this is state owned. The TxDOT owns and have the maintenance for these two red lights here, or 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 red lights here. They have to maintain these. Actually, there's actually in the contracts and the maintenance agreement that I put out to you guys, it states in there that the city of Huntington is authorized to actually put speed cameras here, but they have to be to certain specs. And of course, you guys know as well as I do that we ain't got the money for nothing, you know. So, but we'll go on down here a little bit, and I'll show you where we're going, whatever. That's kind of an example of this is on a Saturday afternoon. This is kind of an example of the traffic we get. Now, if you notice right here, I mean, it's like you got to kind of poke your nose out there, and you're dealing with traffic coming in from 69, and then you're dealing with traffic turning this way, and sometimes you get confused as who's turning. And that's why I get pissed off you people when you're on your damn cell phone. Get off the cell phone. So, right here we have there's Looper's Pharmacy, and then we've got the what is that there? That's the lodge, Mason Lodge. I don't know what they do in there. I don't know. But anyway, here's our post office. And complete through. I mean, the post office is pretty good because, in fact, it's like you can just drive through up here. You know, you can just drive through, and there's the Huntington Lodge there. And then when you come over here, there's a spot over there. I think I'm showing it. I'm thinking, but anyway, there's a spot over where we can just drive through, and then the parking lot is adequate. I mean, you don't have no holes in it or nothing. But the issue we have here with this is that we have reserved parking, the signs up there that show the reserved parking, but we don't have on the sidewalk legible designated handicap spots. So when you're rolling up in here and you are disabled, you don't know where the heck to park. Now, over here is the Loop Center, and you know what? I want to kind of give them props, because the Loop Center, man, I like going over there, and if you're in and out, there's some good old people working there, and plus, I think they even got a place where they wash your car now, and that's pretty cool. I don't think a lot of people knew they wash your car. We got rug cleaners, and then we got Mullins Cabinetry. Now, I don't really know too much about Mullins, but anyway. Now, as we go down, if you'll notice right here by the post office, all this road is cool, huh? Till you get down before the post office property stops, and it's like, okay, now I got a problem. And all over this over here, all this land is open too. Now I don't know if I don't know if we can build on that or what's the situation, but I do know one thing. While I'm sitting here, let me go ahead and clarify something that I'll reiterate, is that we've been told by the city council that we own Huntington Park. Or the Centennial Park, I'm sorry, Centennial Park. Well, that's not true. We don't own that. Then I got the word from the city manager that we leased it for 99 years. Well, that's not true neither. We just have a contract with them that we're going to actually we're going to utilize the facility, and anything that we add on to it has got to be approved by TxDOT. And at any time within 30 days, TxDOT can come in and tell City of Huntington take all this crap down, and we want the land back. And That's the difference between a lease. A lease, you got to go through a little more legal stuff, but on a, so that's right there. I mean, but the leases, we don't have a lease. We got a agreement, so we're just agreeing to stuff. I mean, well, I don't know about y'all, but sometimes when it gets down to legal stuff, people tend to forget about all them agreements. There's just an example of 69. It does get worse than this. The sheriff gave me some figures here that were kind of startling. How many? I think he said 430,000. I don't quote me on the sheriff on that, but anyway, he said there's a bunch of cars coming through. I think he said something like 400,000, something like that. And I believe him. I don't believe he lied to me about that. Now we got up here, so we got the country trademark days. Okay, I like going in there. You never know what they got. My dad's got some stuff in there, so he does some woodwork, hand woodwork, and whatever. So he goes in there. I don't know if old guitar tank's still there. I did go in there and took some lessons from him one time, but I don't know. He was kind of sickly, and I prayed for him, and I don't know, how it turned out. I haven't heard nothing from him. God bless him, whatever. But anyway, they got all kind of knickknacks over here. And the knickknacks you can see, it may not be new, but shit, man, who wouldn't want to have that little motorcycle right there? Look at this pink bag. Who girl wouldn't want to have that pink bag? I bet you can get it for like $20. Got your pallets, and that's coming back. Now this place here, this is Bad Donkey. And it used to be something else. I don't remember. That old boy moved out. He never did really open, but he moved out. So now we got the Bad Donkey opened up over here. Now, it's only open on Friday and Saturday, so it's kind of cool. You go to the mart over here and you come by and get your taco too, just beside. So really, they're pretty. The thing about it is, we would support these people if it stayed there. Now, this street here, looking right here, going down here by this is First Street. It don't look too bad. Let me go down there and I'll show you what we're doing with them. Anyway, let's see, you still got bumps in there, man. You can handle a little bit of bump. I ain't gonna be picky about that because you can kind of drive around those bumps. But see where I'm having an issue with is that some of these roads. Now we got to slow children up here. I guess this is where the buses go through or whatever. But you take a look over here. This is on city property right here. I don't know if you can really see that road. And I don't know what the hell happened here. It looks like what happened is that somebody was tired of getting flooded out. They dug them a hole so they wouldn't get flooded out. And there's some holes over here. It looks like too. Instead of fixing the grade, what they did was they just opened up the sewer pipe so water can just come out right onto the road. That's basically what they did here. And so, but anyway, the road is coming on First Street. But now, see, we got an issue over here. I don't know who owns this property over here, but this is not something you really want to see in downtown. Hell, they can pay me. I'll go out there and burn it, man. I can burn stuff. I can let fires get out of my wife tells me all the time, don't start a fire until you call the fire department. But anyway, this is just decent land out here we have out here. And, people making a living, doing whatever. And this is on First Street. So it's not too bad until you get to those holes, whatever. And the reason why I wanted to show you that is because the fact that, I want to show you one other thing too. It's because the fact is that, see, that's what we're trying to make an issue of, is that we got sewer water just going into our downtown area, and it's like, okay, we need to fix the pipes first. Don't let the sewer get out. This property here is pretty cool. This is a rental property right here, and we don't get too many renters stay there very long. Nice house, nice place and everything, but we don't get people renting there. So I'm wondering right here, whose property is this? They've been contacted. They want to sell it or what? I don't know. People say we ain't got no property. But there it is. Got a lot of feeder road to it. Whatever. I don't go all the way back there. I'm sure people live back there. I don't want to go back there. Well, okay, yes, sir. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get your business there. Got this camera, people looking at me. How it is, man. People look, what the heck is he doing? What the heck is he doing? Well, I'll get everybody talking at booths on it. So, like I said, these roads on First Street are not bad. They've been patched. They have been patched. I don't know if you can see that or not. But they have been patched. And, but like I said, y'all know as well as I do that they're being patched. And I mean, the water comes through, and you know they're not good until the water gets hot. Then they gotta then they got a problem again with the hole. So they just robbing Peter to pay Paul. And on this particular road right here, I know for a fact that when it does rain, like we saw those holes back there, the sewer just goes across the water, and it's just sewer water basically. It runs all the way back down where we come over here. Like I said, there's a dirt, there's a pile again. You know, I guess we just gonna sit out there and let that sit out there and ride. I don't know what we do with that. They do have city ordinance where they're supposed to keep their property clean and things like that, but I guess that only applies to certain people. I guess that's not everybody. But the Huntington place here, you know, the little grill shop and everything, that's a nice area. They only open on Friday, Saturday. I understand not open on Sunday, but you know, but it's a good place to get out and everything. You know, just go and get out and go do a little shopping. A lot of local merchants are there showing their wares. Like I said, my daddy's got some good work in there, and I know some people that show some stuff in there. You know, sell it, you know, sign it or whatever. But they, you know, they go ahead and make a little living off of it. So we're gonna ride down 69 and see if I can't get in a wreck here. Now, right here, I want to notice right here, it's 50 miles an hour. Okay. All right. Oh, and there's the Sonic right there. We got the Sonic burger. I'll get the Sonic burger. I like the jalapeno burger. We got a place here. Anyway, right there, that's where it's 50. Okay. I'll keep noticing there. Okay. And then here DB, you know, and I tell you what, I went to him when I first got here, and he does good work. He does pretty good work. Right here, the Piney Woods Sanitation, I don't go in there, how much to pay the bill. This is where we used to have a Subway shop and everything. It's empty. That's a donut place. Now we got a place over, used to be the crawfish place. They sell the cucumbers and whatnot. Now it goes up to 55. Okay, y'all see how long we're on? It goes up to 55. Okay. Now one would assume that there ain't nothing out here, okay, that you're going back up to 75 again. Well, no, I'm 69. Here it's going to go to 75, so you can only do 55 right through here. Where ain't no straight to left in there, ain't nothing good. There's the Huntington car wash, and now we got the fireworks people out there. They're pretty good out there, or whatever. And there's Caraway's. That's the old funeral home. They've been here forever, I believe. But I heard they do good work. I don't know. You know. And then there we got the Mighty Forest Baptist Church right here. Yeah, and got a historical one. Now I got a lot to say about the historical one, but I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna go through. I got something to say about that. But anyway, we got now it's 60. Okay. We've got the place up here. This is an RV place that you can rent. I got some more buildings back there. I guess you can rent. But hell, you know, with these Texas, I guess you can stay in anyway. No. I'm only doing 55, and everybody's screaming about me doing 70. But you know what? I'll be the one to get pulled over going too slow. Now that'd be a first in Huntington, wouldn't it? Somebody get pulled over going too slow. Nice house right there. We keep on tooling out here. Now all this over here, now back here, all this is land. Okay, I mean this is land that we could get and we could build on. Right here's where this guy has all the exotic animals and stuff. But you know, I'm sure we can work some kind of deal with it. You know, or at least talk to the man about it. And, you know, we're still in Huntington, or what they consider Huntington for the speed limit. This is where this old boy has he has the pond there, and he's got the deer, and he's got the antelope. I don't know what all he's got in there. I'm like, you know what? He's got everything out there. And you bet your butt, as soon as I pulled out, as soon as I pulled out of my driveway, the popo's somewhere around it. There it goes, right there. They call a head on my ass. Excuse my language, ladies and gentlemen. Lord ain't done with me yet, okay? That's why I have to go to church, because Lord ain't done with me yet. Now we're getting all the way up into Homer up here. Now, if memory serves correctly, now, please somebody tell me it's wrong, but I believe Homer up here is its own little separate entity. I'm not sure about that. I don't know if they run on our water or how that comes into play. But the big aspect of this is this area right here. That's one area, the Lufkin plant here. it's the oil field, and their layoffs, man, really hurt the town. I mean, it really did. Um, and I don't think we could ever replace those jobs that left there. I don't know if they've totally laid everybody off. I think it was phased in, but I'm not sure right now if it's totally phased, but they don't have nobody working here or anything like that. So I'm not sure, but I do know that when I was looking at the figures on the years that figuring on the years that you can definitely tell unemployment dropped. I mean, you can definitely tell that people were unemployed, and it took a big hit. And the reason why was because of that one special place here. Now, this here is the gas station in Homer. It's the Homer Mini Market. Yeah, I come up here when I go to my daddy's. He lives right up the road up here. But anyway, now this is the place I want to talk about. See, the bargains are us. Okay. Now, I've been here 5 years now. Like I said, I'm going on 6. Me and my wife, and I have never seen that place open. Never. It never is open. I'd like to go in there and just see what those boys got. Just, piddle around, see if we got something I need, But you can't never go in there. And some of them barrels, the water barrels and everything out there, people can use those, man. Like them little barn barrels they got up there, 55-gallon drums. People use them to burn their trash. I mean, they sitting on a gold mine right there. And then right in the back over there, you got a vacant house. Ain't nobody probably should need to be condemned. Ain't nobody should live in there. Hang on, I gotta get me a street of soda. I'm sorry, guys, but it's hot out here, and I'm telling you, I should be getting paid to do this or something. I should charge y'all. Now, that's good soda water. So anyway, that's the place I wanted to point out right there. And it's just, I mean, it's a shame. I don't know. With all that land and all that opportunity right there on 69, I mean, there's got to be a way that we can turn that into a viable project. I think I understand that the gentleman who owns it kind of older. He don't want to get rid of it and things of that nature. I can understand that, I mean, if it's condemned, it can't pass fire code. We need to do something about it. Because I'll tell you right now, I know that the fire department ain't going out there and checking to see if it's up snuff on the fire, and I know that's just a fire waiting to happen. Got a grain and service supply company or whatever. I don't know what the heck they do. But over here's a knife shop, and I guess he already got it for sale. He just went into business not too. Oh, he got a place on the side to rent. But he got some pretty good knives in there. I bought a couple of knives, and plus what he does in here too is he'll sharpen your knives too, like your machetes or your cutlery or whatever. And he's open, 9 to 2, 9 to 5. He says. I guess that's on days he don't go fishing. And then here we go again with the auto electric store, starters, alternators, winch motors. I ain't never seen nobody there, but that's just me. And we got a bait shop right across the street here, Tri-Lake. I've been in there a couple times. They don't really have any live bait, but they got spinners and they got some worms and they got a pretty good selection for all you guys that like the real fish. And they got stuff in there you can get. I wouldn't, for me. I mean, just for me, it's just I like going in there, but it's just not my type of fishing, and I just don't. I ain't never had no luck on their spinners, but hey, who says I'm a good fisherman? Huh? That's the first thing they're gonna do, blame me for everything. Now, this next place is probably as far as I'm gonna go, and this is another dang shame in Huntington. And this place right here, it was known as Pete's for you. So everybody going 75 through here, and you can't get through. Because you got some people doing the speed limit, you got some people not. You know, so I don't know. Do you have to have a special rope, or bumper sticker to keep people stuff all the time? Anyway, looks like they're doing some remodeling, but they're going to be a Rice's barbecue's coming soon. When it doesn't say, but it says sometime in July. So we got a barbecue place, and you know, good Lord willing, it'll stay in business for more than 6 months. You know, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but shoot, you know, I don't like driving into Lufkin all the time. You know, go get something to eat. You know, sometimes I get tired of hamburgers. I like to have something to eat. You know, catfish, barbecue, something. You know, I don't like to go all the way to. I don't like to go all the way to Lufkin. I don't really like to dish. I don't. Somebody said, well, there's a big selection at the Lufkin. I'm sorry, I don't live in Lufkin. I live in Huntington. I should be able to give you something to eat here. You know, something besides a hamburger. You know, I don't know. Anyway, that's our little tour down on 59. And or 69, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. 69. I brought out some of the features or whatever, some of the areas that I saw that we can need to ask some questions to by the city council, and they need to start addressing some of this stuff because they're telling us that, you know, they don't have no land. Well, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, what is all this right here? Looks like, does that look like, what does that look like to you? That look like land? That looks like land to me. I mean, you got to clean it off and that. Have the city hire some of them boys that are out of work, put them in there and clean that up. We got land. Now here I am, I'm doing 65. You got to look at here. I ain't supposed to be doing, I'm supposed to be doing 60, but I'm doing 65. And once you people just pass right by me. But I guarantee you, if I was to go through town at this speed right here, or if I was right here and I was going 60, 65, I guarantee you it's going to be over. Gotta watch it, man. But, like I said, we kind of backtracking or whatever, but I'll talk, keep you entertained. But, yeah, I went out and I produced yesterday, I put out some stuff on the internet about the contracts, the maintenance contracts that we got from TxDOT. And a lot of you guys were asking me, you know, where'd you get this stuff or whatever, you know, how'd you come about this? Did I go steal it or something? I'm like, no, all I did was I put in a Freedom of Information Act to the TxDOT. And I thought that I was going to have a big ordeal like I did with the city. As soon as I requested a Freedom of Information Act, which is our documents, okay? I mean, hell, they turned it over to an attorney and it turned out to be a big deal, you know, and I'm like, shoot. I'm like, this don't seem right, you know, but I went ahead and did what the county told me to do, you know, the city told me to do. Well, come find out, man, I got sending that Freedom of Information request on the TxDOT, and man, I went to a little tab, and they just said, you fill out this information, we'll have that information to you in 10 days. I'll be good in 7 days. They rolled in, and the lady sent me in the mail, and she sent me by email. And it wasn't no big deal to her at all. And I questioned myself, and I said, why is this such a big deal? Why do I have to deal with an attorney when I'm dealing with the city? That goes to tell you something right now. Everything happens in City of Huntington. Let me tell you, you ain't figured it out yet. Everything that happens in the City of Huntington needs to go through TxDOT or their attorney. So I'm like, you know what? What the hell is that all about? Right up here, I got the storage place up here, and with me and my wife, we first moved in. We moved from Seattle. McDonald's up here. Oh, we were tired, drove all the way. We stopped there. They stored some of our stuff until we could get stuff up there. Now, this feed store right here, I want to bring this up, okay? This is B&B Supply, or B&G Supply. I'm sorry. And I was surprised, ladies and gentlemen, of the stuff that they have at the feed store. You go in there, and that place reminds you of a real old feed store. And don't let looks fool you, because they got a lot of stuff. They got hay in there, got round bales, they got square bales, they got all kind of stuff that you didn't think they had, and that'll save you during trip to Lowe's or the Home Depot. See a lot of trips there, maybe you can stop in there. Matter of fact, I can pretty much find everything I need in Huntington by going to 2 stores when I'm doing my outside activities. I get to go to Little Boots. Or I can go to the feed store, and I'll be honest with you, I don't really have to go anywhere else. Now, I have to drive up there and look at it, but shoot, I ain't got to go all the way to Lufkin. And that's what I'm trying to kind of promote. You can find stuff here Uh, I don't know. Somebody got to tell me. Give me. I don't know what all this does over here. All these buildings, okay? I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing, man. During the weekend, during the week, these son of guns are busy because everybody parked over there. You got Piney Woods Diagnostic Clinic. I don't even know if half these places are open or not, but I know that they sure fill up. What's the traffic over there? Maybe people parking over there and going somewhere else. I don't know. But y'all bear with me. We're just gonna take a little cruise, and y'all can turn this off whenever you want to. But I'm documenting this because I was asked to show kind of the lay of the land. Just an overview. So I figured while I was doing the overview, I'd let you guys come in and see what you got, give you a little tour of the town. If you're new to the town, you can come in and take a look at here what we got. Now it's green, lady. I mean, you know, you can take that key and push it on the gas, and you can go a little bit faster and get through that green, so everybody can go through. How about that be? Oh, here we got the pawn shop. Now the pawn shop's been up and down for all around. Different people on it. We got Southern Pawn, then we got another one. We got Ken's Pawn. I've been in Ken's. You got pretty good stuff. Pretty much, you know. Oh, and here we go. Okay, that's the pawn shop. Oh, here we go. There we go, right there. Fisherman, right there. We got a drive-through beer store right by the Church of Christ. Look at that, boy. I'll tell you that right there. They tell me we ain't Southern Baptist. So I'm going slow, and I really don't care what they think about me, but you know what? And then there's the Church of the Living God and Integra. I have no idea what they do. And there's another Papa's barbecue coming in there. We did the ribbon cut. And then we got the Unico Mexican place. I went in there one time, a long time ago, and I didn't really care for it. Oh, and there's another place right here you got to pay attention to. This is second-hand store, second Mexican. And they got some good second-hand stuff, and you can go down there and you can actually get some stuff for the kids, you know, your play clothes and stuff like that. You can actually get stuff like that and save you some money. There's our Huntington Red Devil sign. If you know, they got a Red Devil sign there, you know, but they ain't got no school crossing. Slap me, you know, somebody tell her slap me. Then we got the Huntington Devil that we're going to go all the way out to 328. We're heading up on 2109. Abby's brother that way or whatever. I'm going to turn around before I take everybody off and they run up on my rear end. You ever do that? You know what? You be riding somewhere, trying to do something, people riding around your rear end, thinking, you know what? Get out of my way. Maybe I'm the same way. Get out of my way. But anyway, we're going to turn back around here. This here is, I think it's that's Main Road right here. And it goes back, if you can see the condition of this road here. I mean, well, it speaks for itself. I mean, they patched it with some of the shared drive. Of course, we got another building that's not so bad. We got a bunch of elevators. I'm going to get myself lit. Anyway, this is Main Road. I got a German Shepherd. My dog told him mine. I'll tell you that's what happened. But anyway, we're gonna head on back soon. I'll find the revert button. So that's Blaine Road, and that, you know what, I'll tell you this right now. I mean, I know when it rains, I'll tell you this right now, that sun gun's flooded. I mean, it's a chore to get out because they don't have no drainage, you know, to drain the water. And it's fast. You guys know in Southeast Texas, as fast as it rains, you got to have some kind of irrigation system because if you don't, water will be back up in your yard. You know, your dogs are swimming in it out there, you know. So this takes us out down this way a little bit. I can go down that further, but they're pretty good roads here. All these are county roads. The contract states, and it actually says that the TxDOT is responsible for all the county roads, and they'll do the maintenance on them. And you can tell because of the fact that they're upkept very well. The signs, I mean, the stripes are painted nice. Everything is really up to par. So next market. Now we have on this side, we've got a 20 speed limit of 20. Okay, now speed limit of 20, and I'm thinking, okay, why is it 25 over there? I don't know. Answer me that question. So I'm going down here, going back downtown to the schoolhouse or whatever, and kind of shuffling down here or whatever. Now, like I said, oh, and there's the library. Now people say, you know what, I ain't got to go to the library here. No. Problem is, if you go to the library, you can get a bunch of books for your kids to read. You don't have to buy them, you can pick them up. That's good though, right? So anyway, so we're coming up now. Our speed limit goes up to 35 right here. Okay, which that's good. Now here's where we run into the problem. Okay. Now, for those of you who haven't been paying attention, if this is the best part y'all want to show, I think maybe y'all need to show this. Now, this is Centennial Park. Okay. Now, as I stated earlier, that the city does not own Centennial Park. Okay. What Centennial Park, who owns this, is actually TxDOT. Now, if you ask the city, they'll tell you that they own it, but they don't. And if you, oh, and then if you consider some improvements in gondola and the stage over there, or whatever, and they'll say it's a 99 lease. Well, no, sir, it's not a 99-year lease. It's a contract where they can pick up and tell us to move all of this stuff. Okay. In a heartbeat, we got to get it done in 30 days. Now, if you guys come to the Catfish Festival, okay, you guys know as well as I do, see the sign here says no authorized vehicles allowed. Well, how many times you come down to the Catfish Festival and everybody parked all up out there? Makes us wonder why, don't it? So anyway, like I said, days July coming up on July 4th. I don't know if the city have any plans. They didn't have anything planned for Veterans Day. They didn't have any plans for basically, anything to contribute to veterans. They have it done. Off the video up here, so they haven't really complied. They really haven't complied, or not complied, but I mean they don't really show a lot of support for the veterans. Somebody wrote me one time and told me, said, you know what, we don't have to worry about the law around here because we got a bunch of veterans, take care of that. Well, I'm saying, well, you're relying on veterans. I said, we gonna, you're relying on veterans. We'll come in and we'll tear some stuff up. We'll blow stuff up. You don't want us, but that's a law job. But anyway. So if you notice there on this side of Centennial Park here, there is no public parking. Okay, there's no place to park. Now, this gets interesting because if you look at your contract and the maintenance agreement, this all says that the city's supposed to provide public parking for this facility. Which means it's got to be a parking facility that actually has lines drawn out for that actually says for a reasonable type vehicle. I don't know what's the reasonable type, but I guess you have a problem. You have a problem parking your car there, but you might have a problem with the 4-wheel drive, I guess maybe. So anyway, this is Centennial Park, and as we go around the park, we're back on Main Street. Got a ball game going on over. And if you'll notice, everybody just parks around the ball field over there. Well, I ain't got no parking that good. So, and there I referred to, there is the First Baptist Church. Okay, and this is all of their property right here, coming off right off the Main Street here. Now, the signs have to be monitored. They have to be by the state, but the city has to do a survey, which I've asked for in my FOA, Freedom of Information Act, has to have a survey done at the request of the people, and the city won't do it. I asked them why they won't do it, and they said, well, it's the state's job, and it's not the state's job. It's actually, so here we go, and this is our memorial here, and it's actually stated in the contract that this is actually part of the land. That right there is the easement, where the easement starts, and then from there all the way out over here is actually it belongs to TxDOT, which they allow us to use now. TxDOT is not responsible for keeping that easement. That is in our agreement from the city that we have to maintain. Now let's go by the email again and go. I didn't mean to put them now. I said they got a new cook, everything now, so We and my wife haven't tried it yet. So anyway, we're going back on the back side of Centennial Park over here. Well, I guess this would be the front side, I guess. Heritage. Yeah, I guess so. I hope I'm getting all this for you. I don't know. Can't really tell you. Well, we're on the back side of Centennial Park now. Now, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. We've got a little circle here for vendors and such to come in and place. We've got a memorial there, which it does state. And we have around the back, there's just another way. Then we've got the concession stand here. Now the issue with that is that recently on the city council, what they decided was they were not going to open the bathrooms to the park unless there was an event going on. So in other words, if you came in there and paid them a certain amount of dollars, then they would open the bathroom for you. If you didn't, then you got to go on your own. Which we should have park hours, which the park should be open from whatever, and then have the availability uh, to utilize the bathrooms and also be able to, cut it off at a certain time so we can decrease the vandalism. But with that being said, I don't know how hard it is. Maybe the cops need to get off of 69 and patrol this area here, especially by the park, make sure there ain't no vandalism going on. I mean, this would be a prime spot to be sitting here and looking out to monitor the curfew and to also monitor vandalism at this particular spot. Now, I want everybody to notice, and correct me if I'm wrong, but on this side of the park as well, there is no parking. Okay. Now, like I said, per the agreement, per the contract, it says that we have to have adequate parking for this area. And I got you on TV, man. You'll be famous. I said, I got you on tube. You'll be famous. Put you on YouTube. Anyway, I just want to point that out. There is no parking here in for the where people come Centennial Park. I mean, wherever you want to park, I mean, now there's a plot right across the street over here that, they say, well, you can park over there, Well, you guys know as well as I do that pretty much fills up pretty quick. So when I asked the city manager, I asked him, I said, well, where do people go to park when it fills up like this? Where's the designated parking lot? Well, he said, well, we just got an agreement with the Baptist Church, and the Baptist Church lets us, First Baptist Church lets us park. Oh, we got a fire over there. I don't know. We're going to go check it out. We may be on a breaking news. But, so I'm down here at the Huntington First Baptist. Now, look at here. They've got decent roads, okay, pretty good roads, and then they've got an awesome parking lot where you can actually see where they actually come out and they do the painting, okay, on the lines. And they paint them, paint them straight too. I mean, if they got me, I'd probably paint them. And so we look at the parking lot, and it's a really nice parking lot. And it does have adequate some spaces. Everybody's not going to be able to park here, but see, look at here. See, this is what we're talking about here for a public building. This is required by the state that you have to have ample disability parking, and it should be in front of the business or the closest to the opening of the building as it can possibly be, as the architecture provides. But here at First Baptist Church, see how they got this lined out? See how pretty that is? I mean, and you can definitely tell, which way you're supposed to park. A bunch of us rednecks out there, we try to fit in where we're supposed to fit in, but can't have no excuse. We can fit where we want to. It's right by the main entrance. So this is actually a very good layout of how you should have proper parking and properly maintained parking for any city building. Okay, I mean, how can you expect the city to do it? Okay, and the city won't do it, but the merchants or our churches will. I'm gonna ride down there and see what this fire's all about. We got a fire going, but that's my issue. Is the fact that we have no city parking designated for individuals to come to our city park. We got a fire going on down here. Notice I told you there's a fire going on down here. You know what? And I saw that smoke. I think I showed you that smoke. It's been 15 minutes now. The fire department ain't even come out yet. I guess they're looking for their under roof or something. I don't know. But no, maybe just put the fire up. I don't know. But anyway, somebody started the fire. Anyway, so I somebody burned the trash. So, but anyway, so missed out on the story, man. I could have been on YouTube. So anyway, going back to my point is the fact is that we have no, as a city, we have no designated parking for anything. Now, this brings up the issue, a very important issue that I know that a lot of the religious people, and I am religious, but it depends on who you ask, kind of who religious is, whatever. But I'm not going all that. But anyway, there is a designation between city property and state-owned property, especially when it has to do with a religious organization. So like the First Baptist Church, Pentecostal Church, Methodist Church, you know, what all we have around here, there has to be a difference between church and state. Now, this is not only a Texas law, this is a United States law, okay? Because everybody knows, you know, separation of church and state. Well, and that applies to everybody, every city, everybody. Well, for making a deal, okay, with First Baptist Church, okay, we don't know what that deal is, but they said that they can use it whenever they want to. Well, that comes very close to violating the church and state relationship. And the reason why is because the fact is that it, in mere propriety, say for example, the Second Baptist Church or another Baptist church, it would look like that the city was showing favoritism to that particular church. Or it would look like that the church was getting a special privilege to allow them to park there. So in other words, you know, you let me do this, I'll let you do that, but you can't do that. It's church and state. You physically can't do that. You can't do that. You got to separate church and state. So that right there is not only that's not a misdemeanor. That's a criminal investigation. I mean, that is not only is that a state crime, but that is a federal crime right there. I mean, now we've known that the city of Huntington can get away with pretty much whatever they want to do because they don't disclose a whole hell of a lot. See, I told you there's old Barney Five right down there. Look at him. He saw me leave. Look at him. I told you. I ain't lying, dude. I ain't gonna lie to him. See him sitting right down there. He got a brake light on. He knows it's me. Well, sure, I bet you're gonna come back and follow me. Anyway, so we're breaking a federal law now. Now, why is that important? Well, because first of all, it's against the Constitution, which holds a pretty stiff penalty. I mean, that's felony indictments there. So whoever was involved on making this agreement or whoever allows this agreement to take place from the parking from a church to the state or for the city is in violation of Texas state code and also the United States code. Okay, so even if the county decides that they're not going to do nothing about Huntington, and even if the civil lawsuit doesn't actually pertain to everything, then a separate lawsuit can be filed in the United States court about separation of church and state. And I'll be honest with you, shaking an agreement, and somebody's going to say that, well, it's an agreement. And we have it on record that the city manager has said that we have an agreement with the church. Okay, well, we have a bad problem in Huntington. Our city officials have a bad problem and everything. You just can't. When you say something and you quote that to the public as an answer, okay, you have to have what they call proof, okay? So in other words, he would have to have some kind of proof, okay, that he has some kind of agreement with the church to allow them to park there or for the city to park there. Now, Why won't there be an agreement? Well, because the fact is that Mr. City Council member who went to college, probably A&M, I don't know, but he's a college boy. He probably figured out anything of this nature that was written down, he's liable. Any city manager that is ever, whoever did this, and any city manager that comes along that still allows that to happen, or state that that's to happen, they're breaking the law. That's a federal law. So not only, ladies and gentlemen of Huntington, are we getting away, the city of Huntington is getting away with Texas state law and Texas penal code, and also Texas uh, ordinances and things of nature that are blatantly breaking the law in the state of Texas. Now we've gotten the audacity to go between and break the United States law. Now, what does that entail? Well, the fact is, here's what you can do. You can, well, here's what I'm in the process of. I'll go ahead and say it. I'm in the process of going ahead and filing a Class A lawsuit, okay, about a bunch of material that I found out that I have actually posted on my Facebook. Please feel free to go back and look at my current videos. Or if you have any questions, please hit me up on my Facebook, Steve Dubose. So I'm very close to having all enough to prove that I need to file a lawsuit with a civil lawsuit with the state. Now they're saying, well, you know what? Angelina ain't gonna listen, state ain't gonna listen, the district attorney ain't gonna listen, blah 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 blah. And it's been mentioned to me that, you know what, if you don't get past the attorney, it ain't going nowhere. Okay, that's probably true. However, the fact is that based on all these items that I can prove right now, that I have proof and I have that designated and actually documented to you individuals. Case in point, going to the definition of breaking the law between state law and religion. That's going to be something that's all that overturned from all that state law, from all that state decision is going to be overturned, and then the United States government are going to come down and want to see all the evidence on that on Huntington as a United States case. See where I'm going with that? So, regardless of what you may or may not think about, or your trust may be in the state of Texas and the county of Angelina and the city of Huntington, all of you who say, well, you know what, it's all rigged, there ain't nobody going to pay attention. Well, guess what? I guarantee you give enough evidence to the United States Attorney General, and I guarantee this right now, okay, just that mere fact alone that we can't separate church and state, they will shut the city down. The city will be no longer run as you know it today. The United States government will come in. And I'm not just talking about the United States government come in and fix things. I'm talking about the county will be held accountable. There'll be a change there in the county people. State, same thing. Because not only will that, you will actually start an investigation with the United States Attorney General, and they eat this kind of stuff up. Because see, when you work for the government, they don't really care how much you're getting paid because they get paid to do it anyway, and they're just itching to find a little case like this in Huntington, Texas, where they can actually go put that on the record and say, look, we solved crime in a small town. If no reason, only just to say, you know what, we are paying attention to small town USA. That's where your politics come in. So Huntington can do one or two things. Either they can straighten up and fly right, which we know they're not going to do, or they can go ahead and do like they told me. You know what? We're just not. You're not going to pursue it. You'll get tired of pursuing it. We're going to rash you enough to where that you can't pursue it legally, money wise or whatever. And they're just hoping that I'll go away. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not. And I stated earlier to a lot of you guys what my reasoning is on this, because the fact is I would hate to see Huntington, Texas, okay, over major newspapers across the United States because its citizens didn't stand up to corruption when they had a chance. So it's gotten down to the point now to where you're going to have to make a decision. If you want to go ahead and support the city council and not asking questions why and not participate in the government, okay, and not correct these individuals now, and you're willing to be apathetic and you're willing to sit down and just say, you know what, it's all going to work out. It just work out. It always does. Well, it's not always working out because you're getting ready to get a tax hike that you're not even going to know about. That's illegal. Okay. I implore you to look at documentation that I set out and also other individuals who have put out information to show you where, okay, you're getting screwed. Your family is getting screwed, period. Excuse my language, you don't like that, but you're getting screwed. And the city knows it. Now, one way or the other, the change is going to happen. Either it's going to happen with the support of the citizens to ensure that that their rights are represented by the city and actually by all the city officials, or there's getting ready to be a really bad situation going on between the state of Texas and the United States government. Huntington's going to be right in the middle of it. So for the days of you saying we always used to do it that way, we're doing it that way, and we've done that way for years or whatever. I'm sorry, but doing things the wrong way does not make it right. Two wrongs does not make it right. These individuals will be held accountable, and they will go under oath in front of a United States attorney, and they will have to explain their actions. There are things that we do not know that goes on behind doors, and things that have been said that we do not know that goes on, because the fact is that at every public meeting they have to state what they're actually meeting about. And those public meetings, I mean, those secret, or not secret meetings, I'm sorry, but the closed door session meetings have to be about certain categories, and if they're not, it's not considered a closed door meeting or a closed meeting. Anybody can walk in there. If it doesn't have the attorney present, then anybody can walk in there too, because it means they're not discussing legal issues, which is what they're supposed to do. There are a lot of these categories that fall under that. Ask me, I'll tell you all of them. So basically what I'm saying is that I have done my research. I am not concluding my research. I'm going to continue to research. Because here in Huntington, when you find out one thing, there's 10 other things that come up. And I'm not just talking about past. People say, well, forget about the past and move forward. I am moving forward. And what I'm seeing is the same damn thing over and over again. They're just doing it a different way. So this is no threat. This is no meaning to harm anybody in any way. I'm going to go use my constitutional rights and use my legal rights to pursue this. To the fact is that, you know what? At least I know that Huntington's getting a square deal, and that they're not being taken advantage of by city officials. And if they have profited in any way, shape, form, or fashion, they will go to jail. So if you're involved in if you are a city official, and if you are, and you have knowledge of this information, it is best for you to come forward with that information, and you should need to make it public pretty darn quick. Because if you withhold evidence and you say that you didn't know about it, you weren't part of it, and it's proven that you are, you'll be sharing sales right by the city manager. So I'm over with the tour. I'm sitting there, y'all looking up the scared at the sky. I'm sorry I got on a tangent. However, the fact is, these are the issues that I have today. I will be posting more issues before we get to Tuesday, which is the 27th, for the city council meeting, where I will, and I have signed up to address the city council on the utilities issue. Without them, with the issue mainly because the fact is that they want to have a rate hike and not inform the public, and there's no public hearing. It's against the law, and they can't do that either. However, we would know that, right? Because we haven't done our research, and we don't know when we're getting screwed. So my endeavor is to show you people how you're getting screwed. And one time, you're going to say, hey, damn, this affects me. And that's when generally most people that gets involved is whenever, I really don't care as long as it's affecting somebody else. But if it starts affecting me, then, I got a problem. Well, I'm going to bring up enough stuff, and I'll actually be able to document it. It's all proven. Okay. You'll be able to read it to show that, hey, this affects me. Because we realize it or not, every single decision that the city council make affects 2,000 people. Every one of us. So it's Steve. I'm going to sign out. I may have another video coming out with, I'm doing some research tonight with that Freedom of Information Act stuff that I got in. I'm still continuing to get it in from TxDOT. And I'm just going to tell you guys it ain't pretty. But I'm going to get off here because I know nobody likes to listen to him. Somebody just him haul, especially some of the dumbass country boy, that don't know shit for trying to know. I'm going to tell you this right now. That's exactly what I'm counting on from the city council. So keep on believing that, brother. Keep on believing that, because the fact is, you know what? Could be wrong. Maybe I do have some smarts, and maybe I do know what I'm doing. Steve, I'm out here. Thank you very much for listening. Hope you will pass this video along and show you kind of some of what I saw. And if not, just take a little visit around the town. If I didn't cover some place, some business or whatever, please let me know, and I will conclude you in on the next video, and I will give you your props free of charge. No thing action, no thing required from you. I just may want to come by there and talk to you a little bit and see what about your business. But I can only do that to business who actually open the doors and actually has a sign that says open on it. I'm out. I gotta figure out how to turn the sun gun off. Off my darn mouth. There we go. I'll quit laughing at me. Quit laughing at me. I can hear you on the background laughing.